everybody, welcome to
The Sister Beans podcast.
We are your hosts. I am Mika.
And I'm Daniela.
And
we are very happy to be here with you guys.
yes.
So we always like to start our podcast videos off with just talking about how we're feeling, what's been going on this week, what books we are currently reading, and then we will get straight into the podcast. So while we're talking about this, this is obviously the Sister Beans podcast, which means you need to go grab a coffee or a tea or a juice or some water or whatever you feel like, just something to just entertain you while you are being entertained, to just like chow, I guess.
Yes.
And we're gonna do a little clink, and then we're gonna clink them, clink. Okay. And yeah, we hope that you guys enjoy the episode. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It just helps us know what you guys enjoy and what you don't enjoy. So yeah, Mika, how are you doing? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. Overall, week has just been so long, so exhausting because of school. Have been getting assignments and a lot of work. So that's been my week, just basically doing a lot of notes and starting assignments. So it's been tiring.
Yeah. So she just gave us a 2-in-1 there. I'll give you a 2-in-1 as well. This week's also been incredibly stressful for me because I started working at a different club as well. So it was new and I had to figure out how to get there. You know, it's a whole new route and everything that I had to learn, which is very, very stressful. Especially when you don't know the different turning lanes to get off the highway and everything in Centurion. It can be a little hectic if you don't live there, you know. And then yeah, otherwise just been very stressed and a little overwhelmed. There's some things working in the works that have been stressful, but I think now I can finally just breathe, and getting other good news this week just really helped to just, you know, be
yes, we got a lot of good news this week.
Yeah.
So, and we've also got a guest. If you've watched our podcast before, you will have known that this is our dog, Lando. He's a golden retriever. He's very tired all the time.
He doesn't want to be inside right now, that's the thing. But we have our garden outside, so we just keep him in the house while gardening is happening. But Mika, what are you currently reading? How is what you're reading going?
So I'm currently reading a book called Say You Swear by Megan Brandy or Brady. One of those.
Brandy.
Brady. Megan Brady. I think it's Brady or Brandy. I don't know.
Is there an N?
Let's see. Lando. Megan Brandy. It's actually such a good book. I'm not that far into it, but it's getting there. There's a lot of things happening in the book. A lot of very good build up as well, and it's not like a long build up either. So, and it gives you like a overview of the one love interest. So it shows his point of view, and then her other love interest as well. So
hectic. I'm currently reading Not in Love by
Ali Hazelwood.
That. And I am also not too far in. I'm on like chapter 10 now, something, and it's taking a hot minute because there's a lot of nonsense that is, I guess, supposed to happen. But I love it because I get boys' point of view, girls' point of view. We love to see that. I always want to know what the guy's thinking.
Yeah.
So I love the kind of books where we get a girls and a boys POV as well. So yeah.
Yes. And speaking of books, you've put me on a book app.
Goodreads. I will put the link for Goodreads in the description below. So I'm going to talk about it. This is not sponsored or anything. It's just if you're a book person, this is something that would be really helpful for you. So Goodreads, inside of the app, you have, they'll give you like books that are like trending this week in all the different kind of genres. You can put the books that you want to read, the books that you've read, the books that you're currently reading on the app as well, and then it actually, as you go through it, you can update your progress, which is amazing.
Yes.
So then it like motivates you to get to that 50% mark, 70%, that 100%, and then you can actually also rate the book. How many stars do you give it? Like give a whole like story about how you felt about the book. And then let's say you're in the mall and you want to buy a book and you've never seen this book before, you go on Goodreads, you search the book, you can see what other people have rated it. It's amazing. You can have friends on there, so then you can see what your friends are reading, which is really cool too. I've got some friends on there, Mick obviously as well, and so yeah, it's really nice actually. So it's free, guys, completely free. It's like the best thing ever. I would really, really, really recommend getting Goodreads if you are a reader. It is just, it's so helpful, really.
Yes, it also shows you can select the book you are currently reading, the books you want to read, and the books you have already read.
Not like I just said that, but yes.
I
did.
You didn't.
You weren't listening. Play it back. There's also a really nice thing where you can actually say how many books you want to read for the year, and then there will be like little book challenges throughout the months and all of these kind of things, just to help you get to where you want to be. And so yeah, that's about that.
And what books do you want to read? She has so many.
I do, I really do. I'm actually gonna buy 2 new books at the end of this month. Just because over the next 6 months there is going to be something that we are paying for, and it's going to, I really don't want to have to like suffer and not be able to read if I'm paying for something else. I'll probably buy a book every now and again, but yeah, anyways, besides the point, I want to read, so I didn't finish the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I stopped at the last 2 books, the novella and the 4th book, because I don't want to read them. The novella's like, I think we spoke about this in our previous podcast episode, but anyways, the novella's very like just la-di-da, and then the last book is actually, and you should know this about the Akatar series if you want to read it, the last book is about Nesta and Cassian, and if you've read the books, Nesta is not a nice person. We don't actually care if she has a whole character development. I just don't like her whatsoever. Cassian is a good man and he deserves way better than that. So I don't want to know, and it's a huge book, so I can only imagine the amount of nonsense and fighting that's going to be in there, because they fought a lot in the previous books as well, so it's just not necessary. And yeah, so I want to finish that. Reckless, which is the 2nd book in the Powerless series. Then there's also going to be a 3rd book coming out this year, which is insane. I need to start reading my Shatsumi series to get to where I want to be, to finish the damn series. And there's also another book coming out in that series this year. I want to read Throne of Glass, which is of the books I'm going to buy now at the end of this month. Throne of Glass, Crescent City, those are also by Sarah J. Maas. I want to read Better Than the Movies, and then Nothing Like the Movies, which is by Lynn Painter as well. That's a little series, I would say. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. That whole series. Mika's got some books that I want to read as well. And then Beartown, which I spoke about in the last podcast episode. Beartown series I want to read. But yeah, that's about all that I can think of right now. I'm not really sure if there's anything else that I can think of. Yeah, what do you want to read this year?
I don't know for the whole year like you. I don't have it all planned out.
even. These are just books I want to read throughout the year.
She doesn't. She just gave us a whole list.
That's all the books that I want to read.
Exactly. Anyways, the books I want to read, there's a F1 like book series that's called, the first one's called Cross the Line.
Yes.
So I want to read that one, and then that series also has a bunch of other books.
Yeah.
And then the other one is also a series of books, and I've got I think it's either the first or second book. It's called A Million Kisses in a Lifetime. I've been seeing it a lot, so
Yeah, that's a big series as well. There's also Wild Something by some sort of Elsie something. I don't know, but there's a bunch of books in that series.
yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. And then there's another series called Redeeming 16 or 13 or something, and then there's a whole big series of that as well, which is, I don't know who that's by, but I know it's something I want to read as well. What are you looking at?
That's
She's
all. So,
Yeah.
do you want to get into today's topic?
Yes, let's get into it.
Yeah.
She doesn't tell me these things, by the way.
You're not going to enjoy it. So in our previous episode, if you didn't watch it, if you didn't, click out of this video and go watch that first, and then this one. No.
Okay, guys, go.
So today's episode, I'm saying this like I'm a news broadcaster. Today's episode, we will be talking about singleness.
Oh gosh, she just threw that one out there.
For all our single followers, we love you guys so much. And
Yes.
here's just questions for Daniela.
Oh, great.
I'll also answer them, but like,
She's in a relationship now, so she can only give you her point of view from before she was in a relationship. So little backstory before we get into singleness. I have been dating since I was 14. Literally every year of high school I had a boyfriend. And it sounds bad, but I literally only had 3 boyfriends. So don't make it a thing, okay? But yeah, it has been incredibly difficult to find yourself. I mean, the whole of high school, I thought I knew who I was because I was attached to a person and there was always a person in my life. So yeah, having to become single is very scary, and I think it's been like a year and maybe it's been a year and a bit since I've been single. Maybe a year and a half, actually. Yeah, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, Mika, go for it. I'm gonna yap so much in those episodes.
so first of all, how do you embrace your singleness and being single?
It's not easy, especially like if you're still healing from the breakup, and that can be a whole nother topic on its own as well.
It is on
Is
here.
it on there? Okay. But once you're single, you realize like you have to go through stages of healing. Like, you know, you have your stages of grief. There's literally stages of healing that people don't talk about, and this is one of them. Embracing, you know, your singleness. And it's not even about being single, it's about finding who you are without somebody there. What do you like? What TV shows do you want to watch? What movies do you want to go see? What drinks do you like? There's nobody else dictating or telling you, hey, okay, but I don't want to do that. You know, then it kind of dims your lives in a sense, where when you're single, you don't have anybody telling you anything, and you can just be you. You can explore what you like. You can, you know, try new things, and to embrace it would be, I wouldn't even say I'm embracing being single, but I'm not doing anything, you know. Like, I would embrace being single by actually, like, taking yourself out. Take yourself out for a coffee, take yourself out for a lunch or a dinner. Go dress up nice and literally just go out. You don't need to have somebody there with you. Take a book with you, or, you know, whatever you need. Take yourself on a solo date, literally. You could even just, you know, just do things for you. Embracing singleness, I wouldn't even say it's a thing. It's just something that you do.
Yeah.
Especially once you've gotten over the healing part, it's something you just naturally do then.
Okay. What things and activities have you done that has helped, you know, not being so lonely? And what has made you enjoy being single?
I would say you're gonna be lonely either way. Like, I'm just gonna break it to you really quickly. You're going to be lonely. There are gonna be days where your friends can't see you, you can't be with your family, and you're alone, and it's okay. But you can't get depressed about it. You can't be sad about it. You can't like be like, meh. You know, you have to be able to be so comfortable with who you are and you know, love yourself so much that you don't care if there's somebody around you. You're gonna go do your own thing. You're gonna be happy. And then what was the second question? Sorry.
What things do you do to make you love and enjoy?
Like I said, take yourself out on solo dates.
Yes.
I love going to like the mall occasionally before work or something. Get a coffee, go look in the bookstore, what's happening, what's new in the bookstore. I love, I also would want to say is don't attach your healing to something. So don't attach going to the gym as I'm getting my revenge body. Don't do that, because then when you are healed and you go back to the gym, you're not going to have a reason, because it's like
you won't see a point.
You won't see a point. So I wouldn't do that. I would recommend go do your Pilates, go do yoga, your whatever exercises it is at home or in the gym, whatever. Simply because you want a healthier life, not because you want a revenge body. That's just gonna come with it. Okay, you don't even need to think of it like that. Find activities that you enjoy. So play around with it. Like, I've started painting this year. It's something I really love doing.
It's not PG.
I'll put a little candle on, put my humidifier on, put some music in the background or TV, and then just paint. And it's so nice. Yeah, you just have to. It's all about trial and error. You do have to find a way to be okay with being alone. And when you do feel lonely, hit up a friend. Be like, hi, do you want to have a call? Call them. I still feel like I'm still in a part of my life where I don't 100% have my group of people. I have my close friends, but I don't have like my group of people who I can just on a Friday night go and be like, okay, let's go out for like a nice coffee or whatever the case is. So if you do have your group of people, just go talk to them. Go hang out with your family. I have so much more family time now. Yes. And it really, really helps building that relationship back with your family, especially if you're like me. But you can always just, you've got your family there. You can always go and build that relationship with them, build new friendships, you know, whatever it is, whether it's moving your body, journaling, reading, just literally taking time out to go for a walk, exercising, anything like that. Just, I wouldn't say keep busy, but just find the things that you like.
Okay. This is going to be a very deep. Actually, it's not really. You kind of just briefly touched on it. How to detach from an ex or someone you used to date?
It's not easy. It really isn't, and it's not gonna happen overnight either. Like I said, I'm a year and a half single, and I still have moments where I'm like, damn, I can't believe this. I can't believe that I let myself get treated like that. I can't believe I didn't see it sooner. I can't believe we went through that as a couple. Like, you'll have moments where you're like, I could have done better. I should have done better. I should have done more. Or, you'll be so angry. And I think that doesn't really go away until you have a new partner. But like I said, I've only been single for 1.5 years, so maybe it does go away. But I do have my moments where I'm like, I'm just so angry. I want to bawl my eyes out because how dare you, you know? But something I can say is detaching from a person, you have to realize there is always a reason for everything that happens in your life. So if you broke up, there is a reason for that. Go back to your damn reason. Go back. Go look. There's your receipts. There's your evidence. Like, you don't need more. You need to realize that you are worth so much love and respect as well. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a future with somebody. If you are someone like me who wants to have a family and a marriage and build a life with someone, then you need to go back to your drawing board and be like, was this person gonna give me the life that I deserve? You know, and then from there you're like, you know what, I'm better off. I am better off. I deserve better. Somebody else is gonna give me that life that I want, that I deserve, that I am meant to have. Because at the end of the day, and I love the saying, is that love doesn't, you don't find love, it finds you. So you don't gotta worry about when my next boyfriend or girlfriend comes. No, honey, there's a reason they're not in your life. They're stuck in a tree somewhere because they're going through shit. You're going through shit that you need to work through. And, well, in my case at least. Am I swearing? Oops. Anyways.
We're going to put the noise over that. Actually, it doesn't really matter.
No, it should be fine. So I just would like to say, like, just realize that you deserve better. And from there, you're gonna, like, almost become angry, like, you're right, I do deserve better. Why did I let that happen to me? You know, why did I also, you have to also, and I will say, I don't think there is a relationship where it was 100% somebody else. I can say, like, for me, I learned a lot that I was doing wrong and that I could have done better, that in my next relationship, I will do better and I will know how to approach certain things differently because of that. So, yeah.
What would you say to someone who likes 2 people and wants to be in a relationship but they don't actually know what they want?
Don't be in a relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm sorry to tell you this. If you are this person, I'm sorry to tell you this. You'll always like somebody more than the other person. You will. Maybe you like this person because of their body, but you actually like this person because of their personality. Then it's about what you want in life. Are you just there for their body, or are you there to have a future? And if you're, this is just my beliefs, if you aren't dating to marry, then there's no point. You're wasting someone else's time. You're wasting your time as well. Like, your intention should always be to marry the person, because then you're going to treat them like your end goal, your future, your life. You're going to treat them with respect and with the love that they deserve as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, if you are somebody who likes 2 people at once, you have to make a decision. But if you also don't know what you want, I wouldn't recommend being at all in a relationship, because that means that you've actually got deep-rooted issues and not issues as in you're messed up or whatever, you just have things that maybe you need to work through. Maybe you've got some childhood trauma, maybe you've got, you know, you don't know what you want to study later in life, or you're unsure about what's going to happen in the future. You know, these are actually things that literally affect your life. So if you don't know what you want, I would recommend chasing the things that you do know what you want. Like right now, if a man came up to me, I know what I want in a man. I do. But if you're gonna show me kind of the signs of what I want and kind of not the signs, I'd rather not. Simple. And like I said, you can't like 2. I don't believe you can like 2 people at once. I've never been there. but you're always gonna like one person more than the other. So
Yeah, it's like on those dating shows when the new girl comes in and the guys with the current girl. Then
It's
you
like-
you didn't actually like that person then.
exactly, and you're wasting their time. Like, I'm sorry, but this is something I'm so big on now, is stop wasting people's time.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your own time. It's not worth it. Like, life is so short. You really, like, if you've got that mindset of life is so short, you're gonna chase what you want, you're gonna dream big, and you're going to go for it. And that's all that I can say. It's gonna go back now.
Why do you think it is important?
I'm gonna have to edit this video.
No, it's fine.
It's not fine.
This is the rule. Landon!
Come here.
Rocky!
Come.
Anyways, why do you think it's important to first heal from previous relationships and trauma before jumping into a new relationship?
And let me tell you something. I did this. I did. Not in like, I wouldn't. Yeah, but when I was younger, I did this because the thing is, you need to heal from the trauma, because I'm sorry, when you go through a breakup, it's traumatic. I don't care if you ended on good terms or not, it is traumatic. You need to heal. You're gonna become a new person each time somebody breaks up with you.
Doesn't want you to hold his hand.
He's holding my hand. Each time someone breaks up with you, you become a new person, okay? You do. You learn lessons. You learn what you shouldn't tolerate. You learn new things about yourself as well. Sit on my feet. But you, oh, I'm so sorry. We're almost done. Let me get you out. Okay. What am I even? I would recommend healing, because if you are hurt, if you have got trauma, if you all of these things, like if I had to go in a relationship like last year, I would have taken hurt. I would have taken you know, the feeling of like, what if this happens to me again? I wouldn't be trusting of somebody. And you know, you also, when you go through a breakup, for me, I thought, you know, I'm undeserving of love. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve a family. I don't deserve a future with a proper husband. Like, you start creating such a horrible,
You start feeding yourself lies.
yeah, of yourself. And so if you don't heal from that, you're gonna just take it into your next relationship, and it's gonna be an endless cycle that you'll never be able to break. So I would recommend healing. Be single, enjoy it, it's fun, okay? Especially if you can learn what you love and spend time actually doing it. Spend time with people you love. Spend time, you know, just embracing who you are.
Yeah, I think also when you're in a relationship, you sometimes can forget that, and I think it's also very important to also like some days be like, okay, I'm gonna take a day to myself.
Yes.
You take a day to yourself. I'm gonna go on a solo date. You go on a solo date.
Yeah, or just, you know, you need to have space with a person. But like I said, I would not recommend going into a relationship unless if you've healed. I personally don't think a relationship is going to find me anytime soon. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now that if a man were to walk in,
Everything happens the way it's supposed to.
in the right timing, it happens when it needs to happen. And so yeah, I just think that you should take that into account, and just remember, if you aren't healing, you're bringing that with you towards somebody else, and maybe that person doesn't even deserve that. So
Yeah.
once again, don't be selfish. Don't waste someone's time. Don't go and cause trauma to somebody else either. It's not right.
Okay.
She's singing now.
After a long relationship, how did you find happiness again, and what advice would you give to others who have also been in long relationships and don't find happiness or don't know how to find happiness?
Well, I'll also say, the relationship I was in, I kind of lost myself, and I didn't really know who I was. Like, I knew what I wanted in like my career, because that was something I was so focused on, but I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I liked anymore. I didn't know what, you know, the things that I really didn't believe in myself at all either. I had, you know, if I feel like, depending on the relationship, obviously, for me, my light just dimmed. It really did. And the second I got out of that, everything changed. Like, you can ask my sister.
So many doors
So
open,
many
so
things
many new
opened.
opportunities happen, and none of those things
Would have
would have
happened if I was
happened.
still in a relationship.
She wouldn't have probably gone to the career choice she would have. She wouldn't have been in the position she is now. So.
No, not at all. So yeah, I do think, like we said, things happen for a reason. Finding happiness after such a long relationship, it's difficult, and it's valid to feel like it's not gonna happen. It took me so long. I spent, I think, maybe months crying myself to sleep, wondering what did I do wrong, why did it go wrong, you know. And you kind of have to rebuild a relationship with yourself. There's the difference. And I think a lot of people are scared to do that, and they don't know how to do that either. So you need to build a relationship with yourself again, fall in love with yourself again. Like I said in the beginning, go and do things that make you happy. Maybe you go try something and you're like, oh, you know, I really don't like that. Then you know, you don't like that.
Yeah.
You go try chicken strips in some restaurant, you're like, you know, chicken strips ain't for me. You know what? Not the case, but do you understand what I'm saying? So try things, take care of your body, take care of your mind, spend time with people you love, go try new things. Don't bury yourself in isolation. That's what I can say. Don't do that. Don't put yourself in isolation if you're like lying in bed and you're just watching TV, or you're a gamer and you're just gaming. Don't do that. Like, don't lock yourself away from the world. The world wants to see you. The world loves you. The world wants to take care of you. Allow the world in. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that I would recommend doing, and I'm not an expert on this at all. It's just from experience. So there are more things that other people would
I would
recommend.
also say, before jumping into a relationship or anything, you need to have a good relationship with yourself, with your family, with your friends, because you can't go into a relationship and then you are so negative. And like, yes, you need reassurance in a relationship, but if you're at the point where you cannot even like tell that your partner likes you because you have so much self-hatred, or you don't love yourself, then that's just going to cause a lot more damage to your other partner as well.
Yeah.
So.
And I'd also say you have to have a strong foundation before you go into a relationship. Foundation with your friends, if you're in school, with school, if you're like me, working in your career. Strong foundation in knowing what you want, knowing to see red flags and actually ask the questions when you see them. Don't just ignore it and push it. No, if there's a red flag, so might end it right there. You know, like, your happiness and your you are not worth going through a load of nonsense for no reason, because you let yourself, like, have more, you know, self-respect for yourself, and say, I deserve better than this.
Yes. And even though, like, if you're in a really difficult situation with someone or a friend, you need to also, like, just take a step back, evaluate what's actually happening to you, and be like, okay, well, I am better than this. I shouldn't be putting myself through this anymore.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Yeah. So those are all of the questions I've had for today.
If you guys have any questions,
Google documents in the link, bio, description.
below. You guys can go give us your single questions or even your dating advice.
Yes.
Anything you guys would like to know. You can also give us a story time of yours. Maybe you want some advice on it. Please give it to us in the Google Doc below, and we will be checking that each week. Yeah, it's just a safe space for you guys. It can be anonymous as well.
We need to do word and quote of the week.
Word and quote of the week. Mine was fresh last week.
Fresh.
Yeah. Fresh opportunities.
Oh. What's your word of the week this week?
Patience. Simple. Patience. That is self-explanatory, okay?
Peace. That's my word. Peace. Just have some peace in your life.
Can I give them a affirmation?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an affirmation, and I want you to, if you're watching this and maybe it resonates with you, write it down on like a little piece of paper and then put it somewhere you're gonna see it every day, and then you can just use it every week. We'll do weekly affirmations. I think will be great. So the affirmation this week that we are going to do is, I am worthy of love and respect. Okay, this can be within your friends, within your family, within your dog, within your partner, within your career, whatever it is. You are deserving of love and respect. Excuse you. And that is today's episode, you guys.
We hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like, share the video to your mom, dad, sister, brother, dog, cat.
So if you guys enjoyed it, we will see you in the next one.
Bye.